going right, but true strength is built when everything is going wrong and you choose to keep going anyway. Les Brown says it's not over until you win. Too many people give up the moment things get hard, not realizing that their breakthrough was just around the corner. The darkest hour is always before the dawn. The storm always feels strongest before it passes. Your greatest victory often comes right after your hardest struggle. But you have to stay in the fight long enough to win it. Most people lose not because they're incapable, but because they quit too soon. Don't let that be your story. I want you to shift your mindset. Stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start asking, what is this trying to teach me? Because the truth is, your struggle is preparing you for your success. Every setback you faced is building your resilience. Every challenge you've overcome is increasing your strength. Every time you get back up after falling, you become a little wiser, a little tougher, and a lot more unstoppable. And let me tell you something else. Struggle reveals your power. You don't know how strong you are until life pushes you to the edge. You don't discover your courage until fear is standing right in front of you. You don't find your voice until life tries to silence you. It's through struggle that you meet the strongest version of yourself. You have something special inside you, but it will never come out if you stay comfortable. Growth and comfort cannot coexist. Les Brown says, shoot for the moon, and even if you miss, you'll land among the stars. But hear me, you won't reach the moon without resistance. Gravity will try to pull you down. Doubt will try to hold you back. Fear will try to stop your launch. But if you keep pushing, if you refuse to give up, you will break through. You will reach heights you never thought possible. So today, I challenge you to embrace your struggles. Don't run from them, run through them. Don't let them break you, let them build you. When life knocks you down, get back up stronger. When doors close in your face, knock down the walls. When you feel like quitting, remember why you started. Your breakthrough is closer than you think, but you must be willing to fight for it. The greatest breakthroughs come when you embrace your struggles. So embrace them, learn from them, grow through them, because on the other side of your struggle is your greatness. And once you break through, the world will see what you've always known. You are powerful beyond measure. Your voice has value. Speak your truth boldly. Too many people go through life silencing themselves, holding back their opinions, their ideas, and their dreams because they are afraid of what others will think. But hear me, your voice matters. What you have to say is important. Your experiences, your perspective, and your truth are valuable, and the world needs to hear them. Don't rob the world of your gift by staying silent. When you speak your truth, you stand in your power. Les Brown says, someone's opinion of you does not have to become your reality. But too often, people let fear of judgment keep them quiet. They think, what if they don't agree with me? What if they criticize me? What if they reject me? But let me tell you something. Rejection is part of the journey, but regret lasts forever. It is far better to be criticized for who you are than to be loved for who you are not. When you speak your truth boldly, you may not win everyone's approval, but you will attract the people who are meant to walk with you on your journey. Your voice is powerful because it carries your story, and your story has the power to inspire, to encourage, and to transform lives. Someone out there is waiting to hear your words, because your truth will help them believe in their own possibilities. But if you stay silent, they may never get the message they need. Imagine how many lives you could touch simply by having the courage to speak up. Your voice could be the spark that lights someone else's fire. I know that speaking your truth can feel uncomfortable, it can feel risky, but growth only happens outside your comfort zone. When you dare to express yourself, you give yourself permission to live authentically. You stop shrinking to fit into spaces that were never meant for you. You stop watering down your dreams to make others comfortable. You become fully, unapologetically you. And when you stand in your truth, people will feel it. People are drawn to authenticity. They are inspired by those who have the courage to say, this is who I am, this is what I believe, and this is what I stand for. But greatness can't shine in silence. You have to let it out. Speak up for what you believe in. Speak up for your dreams. Speak up for yourself. Because if you don't, who will? The world is full of noise, but your voice has the power to cut through it. Because your voice is not just noise, it is purpose. And hear me, you don't need to be perfect to speak your truth. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to be real. People connect with honesty, not perfection. Don't wait until you feel ready, because the truth is you may never feel ready, but your voice is ready now. So start speaking, start sharing, start showing up as the real you. I know some of you have been silenced before. Maybe someone told you that your opinion didn't matter. Maybe life knocked you down so many times that you began to doubt your. But listen to me, that silence was never your truth, it was your prison. And today is the day you break free. Today is the day you decide that your voice is too powerful, too important, and too valuable to be hidden. So from this moment forward, speak your truth boldly. Stand in your authenticity. Be proud of your voice, because it carries your heart, your wisdom, and your power. The world doesn't just want your voice. It speak up, speak out, and let your voice be heard. Because when you do, you won't just change the world, you'll change your life. Stop waiting for permission to step into your greatness. Too many people are sitting on their dreams, waiting for someone to tell them it's their time. They wait for the perfect moment, the perfect opportunity, or someone's approval before they move. But hear me, you don't need permission to be great. The only person who can decide is your time. If you're for a sign, this is it. Your time is now. Les Brown says you don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great. But most people never start because they're waiting. They're waiting for validation, waiting for support, waiting until they feel ready. But guess what? You will never feel 100% ready. There will always be doubts, there will always be fear, but you must act anyway. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's moving forward in spite of it. The greatest opportunities in life don't come with a permission slip. You have to take them. Some of you are holding back because you're afraid of what people will say. You're afraid of being judged, criticized, or misunderstood. But listen to me. People's opinions don't pay your bills, and they won't live your dreams for you. You will never please everybody, so stop trying. Les Brown says, someone's opinion of you does not have to become your reality. Your greatness doesn't need a committee vote. It only needs your commitment. The people who doubt you today will be the same people asking you for advice tomorrow. But they won't see your greatness if you don't step into it first. And I know some of you are holding back because you failed before. You tried and it didn't work out. You started and you fell short. But let me tell you something. Failure is not the end, it's a lesson. Every setback you faced was preparing you for a comeback. Every rejection was redirection. Every loss taught you something that success never could. You didn't come this far to stop now. You didn't survive everything you've been through just to live a life that's less than what you deserve. You didn't lose, you learned. And what you learned has made you ready for your breakthrough. Some of you are waiting for the right time. But let me tell you something, there is no right time. The stars will never fully align. Conditions will never be perfect. The right time is the time you decide to start. People who win in life don't wait for conditions to change. They change the conditions. They move forward with what they have where they are. Start with the skills you have now and improve along the way. Start with the resources you have now and multiply them through your efforts. Start with the confidence you have now, even if it's small, because confidence grows through action. And unpredictable, eat the dessert first. You don't know how much time you have, so why waste another second living below your potential? Tomorrow is not promised. Next year is not guaranteed. If you have a dream, the time to chase it is now. If you have a goal, the time to pursue it is now. Stop putting your greatness on hold. Stop delaying your destiny. I know stepping into your greatness is scary, but what's even scarier is looking back on your life and realizing you never tried. Realizing you spent your life asking for permission that you didn't need. Regret is a heavy burden to carry, and the only way to avoid it is to act now. So from this moment forward, make a decision. You are done waiting. You are done seeking approval. You are done putting your dreams on hold. You are stepping into your greatness. Not tomorrow, not someday, right now. The world needs your gift, your voice, your passion, and it's time you stop waiting for permission to share it. Your greatness is not a possibility, it's a responsibility. The time is now. The person is you. The opinions of others cannot control your destiny. Too many people are living their lives according to someone else's script. They are trapped by fear, weighed down by judgment, and limited by the expectations of others. But let me tell you something, nobody else can live your life for you, and nobody else should write your story. Your destiny is yours and yours alone, and it cannot be controlled by what anyone thinks of you. The only opinion that truly matters is the one you hold about yourself. Les Brown says, someone's opinion of you does not have to become your reality. But too often, people let criticism and doubt stop them in their tracks. They hear you're not good enough, you'll never make it, or that's impossible, and they start believing it. But here's the truth. The only power someone's opinion has is the power you give it. You cannot reach your destiny if you are constantly trying to please people who didn't believe in your dream to begin with. Some of the greatest achievers in history were told they would fail. Oprah Winfrey was told she wasn't fit for television. Walt Disney was told he lacked creativity. Les Brown himself was labeled educably mentally retarded as a child. But they all step into your power and own your story. There is greatness within you, but the first step to unlocking it is embracing who you are and where you've been. Too many people hide their story because they're ashamed of their past or afraid of what others will think. But hear me, your story is your power. Everything you've been through, every struggle, every setback, every triumph has shaped you into the person you are today. Stop running from your past and start using it to fuel your future. Les Brown says, don't let someone else's opinion of you become your reality. Too many people live their lives trapped by the labels and limits others have placed on them. Maybe someone told you you weren't smart enough, talented enough, or worthy enough. But let me tell you something. They don't know your heart. They don't know your fight. Your past may explain you, but it does not define you. What defines you is what you do next. And right now, you have a choice. To let your past hold you back or to let it push you forward. Your story is your power. Own it without apology. Everything you have experienced, every challenge you have overcome, and every moment that has shaped you holds the key to your greatness. Too many people hide their stories because they are ashamed of their past or afraid of judgment. But hear me, your story is your strength. It carries the lessons, the wisdom, and the power that can not only transform your life, but also inspire others. Stop running from your truth and start standing in it, because who you are and where you've been is exactly what makes you extraordinary. Les Brown says, don't let someone else's opinion of you become your reality. Too often people live in the shadows of other people's expectations. They water down their experiences, shrink their voices, and hide their truth because they fear criticism. But you don't need to be ashamed of your journey. It's what made you who you are. The struggles you've faced, the failures you've endured, and the pain you've survived are not weaknesses. They are evidence of your resilience. They are proof that you refuse to break. The world doesn't need your perfection, it needs your authenticity. When you own your story without apology, you take back your power. Maybe your past has been messy. Maybe you've fallen down more times than you can count. But guess what? You're still here, and that means your story isn't over. It means you still have time to turn your trials into triumphs. People are not inspired by perfect lives. They are inspired by real lives, by people who had every reason to give up but chose to keep going. Someone out there needs to hear your story, not the version you've polished, but the raw, real version that shows your heart, your fight, and your courage. Owning your story also means refusing to let your past define your future. Too many people carry the weight of their past mistakes as if they are permanent labels. But hear me, your past is not your prison, it's your classroom. The failures, the heartbreaks, the losses, they were there to teach you something. Use those lessons. Don't let shame silence you. The people who judge you don't matter, and the people who matter won't judge you. They will respect you because you are bold enough to live in your truth. Les Brown